breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
All things creepy in Washington, Slick Willie Bill Clinton. No matter how many times he insisted that he did not have sexual relations with that woman, the American people weren't fooled. Back then, his indiscretions were considered even worse than they are now, because the nation was less desensitized to the moral repugnance that runs rampant in our country, and somehow he still got away with it. So why is this being brought up now? It's worth making a comparison between what liberals will put up with when it's one of their own who's hiding dirty secrets, versus how hard they will fight to make a conservative like President Trump look bad. Apparently because Hillary wasn't willing to blow up her political future and leave Bill, he was allowed to do whatever he wanted, with whomever he wanted, wherever he wanted, but because he didn't have a divorce under his belt. The mainstream media is pushing hard for you to believe that President Trump making some less than polite comments about women being as bad as Bill Clinton or Harvey Weinstein, and that's just not the case. Before the left gets too comfortable on their high horse, it's worth recapping what they put up with before in the White House, and what they were about to put there again, with Hillary. The Daily Mail reports that a new tell-all book written by a former Secret Service agent about his time protecting the then-First Family shares details that will make your skin crawl, and all of us wonder how the first Clinton train wreck was ever elected, twice. Bill Clinton was once caught trying to sneak out of the White House, apparently to visit a mistress, by hiding under a raincoat in the back of his personal lawyer's car. The former president was stopped by a Secret Service officer at the gate who inspected lawyer Bruce Lindsay's vehicle and was shocked to see Clinton inside. Lindsay pleaded to be allowed to pass, but the uniformed officer held firm and radioed for backup. The officer said, "You better get me some help here. I just caught Bruce Lindsay trying to drive out with the president with a raincoat over his head." The incident was recounted by former Secret Service officer Gary Byrne, who guarded the Clintons, in his new book, Secrets of the Secret Service, The History and Uncertain Future of the U.S. Secret Service, which is out next month. Byrne does not reveal the nature of Clinton's excursion but says that he would routinely sneak out to visit his well-known and less well-known mistresses in Washington, D.C. Such trips were known as off-the-record or OTR, a privilege normally reserved for somber occasions such as visits to the families of dead servicemen. But Clinton supposedly began to use them for his secret assignations, which left the Secret Service outraged. The undated episode with the raincoat left the senior agents past fury, he writes. The book says, they were dejected, disappointed, bewildered and shocked. They tried to remain diplomatic, but they had to be adamant with Bruce Lindsay that this would never happen again. Clinton's attempts to sneak off became something to look out for after the raincoat incident, which led Clinton to use sick OTR trips to his own ends. These stories are disturbing for a number of reasons, not the least of which is the idea that the commander-in-chief would be using taxpayer resources to facilitate his personal dalliances with the immoral, and he was even willing to risk the lives of others to do it. How he convinced his attorney to be a part of his plan is unclear, but anyone running off with the president would be a kidnapping suspect on sight. And just like any good cheater, the key is to not have a pattern that people can track, which is just what Clinton did. He was such a slave to his impulse.